Okay.
You cut in the shape you want. Then you fry it. Then you create a hoop.
Senegal.
But this one, after pouring, you sieve, then you add the color.
England.
So you have different colors that you
any color you want.
This
yellow.
add it to the
Powder one.
Then
you mix it.
Recently friendly,
so because it's smooth, it won't cut you.
It will not cut. It's a powder one.
Wonders.
That's easy to make a powder for.
Top five things. The World Cup. Those who win the World Cup.
Additional, we finish.
So
you
you're
want the
done
top 5 who win the World Cup.
Mixing now.
Yes.
Okay.
Whilst
first, I'll tip my own country,
Ghana. You're going to the oven, right?
Yeah.
Brazil, France, Argentina,
this
then
one is
Portugal.
for dressing.
This is the top 5.
That's the necklace.
I believe in me that
and then the
they can
bracelet.
do
So which
well
other ones do we
in this World Cup
that you make?
We have the waist beat.
First of all, top 5 countries.
Smaller one.
I will choose Spain first. Second by France.
If there is one.
So you don't make
England.
Yes.
Portugal.
Okay. So
The national team no Atletico Madrid.
okay.
Tell me the can't say.
We have the tiny one.
Say we club be our better World Cup now.
So the one I'm wearing,
best 7 or 6 players are starting with the same club.
It's the same
Yes. Atletico
So
Madrid.
this is the round one.
Argentina building the
one I'm going to say at least wonders our tournament.
top 5 things. The World Cup. Those who win the World Cup. You want the top 5 who win the World Cup. Okay. First, I'll tip my own country, Ghana, Brazil, France, Argentina, then Portugal. This is the top 5. I believe in me that they can do well in this World Cup.
Okay, thank you. First of all, top 5 countries. I will choose Spain first. Second by France, England, Portugal, Argentina.
Why?
I want to say recently in Spain, we are champions of Europe. And I heard Spain guys now. Obia beje World Cup no. The last time I Spain winning World Cup, it was South Africa no. Now our Barcelona players, Mako almost about 9, 7, and they started our national team no. Omo nyina so started our Barcelona national team no. It is omo konya omo sa no national team no. Obia so bo mu a wonim de ode ye dey. I remember another example. German. The last time a German winning World Cup, na German, I was Bayern Munich players almost best 8 or 9. Omunyina started with Bayern Munich, and he from our national team. Omunyina ko started with national team no. Ekobasa awunya players 10 about the same club. Ya omo ba national team omo san be started. Omunya bo a obi anim de ode ye dey. So what am I saying? Spain now recently we just Spain team they have young chaps, the likes of Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams and the rest. So and now we 9 players, 9 or 8 almost free Barcelona there. But the same thing and they call South Africa. It is Spain a favorite. England now me too soon for the third. England a media hype. England media hype. I mean, set the example about the likes of Anthony Gordon, Marcus Rashford, and the rest. You know, media and I'm on hype. Come, Anthony Gordon and converted 70 million euros. Like a media hype. Maybe a Barcelona fan, but we are all praying. Say, everybody there, every famano. To me, no, that's my opinion. Spain is a favorite. Argentina. So we Argentina. Oma build our national team no Atletico Madrid. Tell me the can't catch it say we club be our better World Cup now. Oma best 7 or 6 players are starting with the same club. Okay, Atletico Madrid. Argentina built the national team with Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid our best 6 players are call them up for Argentina. Yeah, we nyina start with Atletico Madrid team. We nyina so ko start with Argentina national team. It is as our players no mabo mo for so many years no mo so bo ma. Omunim de omde ye den. Yeah.
Now offer your top 5 countries.
Okay, Ghana, Spain, France, Argentina, and Portugal. Oh, like bomb or born like a swing, like on bomb home wedding. So what I say, like their style of play cry FA. And a born so munimbo. Almost answer experience. We need almost first time. Almost perform your World Cup. On my back to back. See, that's what I see from them.
Me to me no me say Argentina sanje. Argentina 1, Spain, Portugal, England. Ebi am the Brazil account. Then time say Argentina agene say on me defending champions. On them dey last yana players na on dey last 4 years no more like phobia there abe frame. Argentina a favorite so betima asanje.
So what top 5 countries do you think can make it in the World Cup?
Me countries are peso mo Portugal, France, Argentina, Morocco is your favorite. And Ghana their team are away there better. JJ Benim.
Because I'm going to need it. Because Ghana. Because I papa ever fear so yeah. And then who say kita team yeah, Ghana. Let's choose Ghana first. Now I choose Portugal second. Now I choose Argentina, Germany. Now for the last one I choose England.
Number 1 Argentina and Portugal and Brazil and Argentina. Ghana so count. Yes, me clone Ghana, me country Ghana count.
5. I want South Africa to win. 1 South Africa, 2 South Africa, 3 South Africa, 4 South and 5 to South Africa. Because I like them, the way they are. I see myself in them, how they do their things, the piano and everything. I just love South Africa, and I want them to win.
The top 5 countries you're expecting to do well in the World Cup.
Oh, for my side, my favorite teams. I have 2 by 5 there. We call my Portugal first one. That's my top ranking. Then I call France. Then I call Croatia. Then last one I'm Ghana.
Okay.
They say me Ghana. They say me they am choose Ghana shim.
Argentina be qualified for World Cup. Because Argentina for no or more quality players. So what I say, yes, Argentina for team here, Spain for no. It's a bit magic. Cap no if you say omuno players. Ewo where no pa. So what I say, you say omuno on players no. Omo quality players. Omo the bobo. Obi who say yes. Players ni we players ni ball. Say the new one can but maybe 2 teams play. Me mount 5 teams country be 2 countries. Argentina, Spain. Maybe no.
First of all, my first team one person win World Cup there, England. The second team, Portugal. Third team, France. And US. So we born home more than Kakra and Croatia. Top 5 person born more than World Cup. Oh, man, who say England? The past 12 years, England or World Cup performance is fine. But I say when team conference, but England or Conanima, Croatia or Conanim. Until I'm who say Umatima Comani I could do finance.
Oh, actually, the Ghana there. We say Ghana there. 5 countries there. Ghana is my favorite winning. Say it about finance. Ghana, Argentina, Portugal, England, and Morocco. I think Africa country, 2 countries, Ghana, Morocco.
Okay. And now
top 5 crowd 2 pe. Mexico ni Ghana.
Today in Mexico and Ghana bet me winning.
Yeah, in Mexico, there was some borders go more. Radina Gasa Shisha to us or man as you know. On first second year for first. Why? That's
first because of home support. Mean to me Traga number. Second team, Spain. We show Spain. Materials Ekuta, players Ekuta, almost some your favorites. Third, France. Wow, we did that. Defending champion. Fourth, I'm saying Argentina. Argentina social place Ekuta, so I'm so Mohammed. My last team, and Belgium. Belgium, so because of Dokunti, almost me support Tomopa. By Ghana, there, Capone, there, Yakwa Jaba. We say Ghana tournament na yokon, Obi against ye. By any against in a dear day, ya double born. Pitching is in a bed day. A bachelor, Timisu, Margaret.
Yeah, me pick France, Spain, Germany, so, and then England. So yeah, England. So, look at that team. And Argentina. So yeah, Argentina. So beat me. Ghana the Abia beat me. Akoye nimi de bet. Nigeria the Yanka say Obia nimi yakase beje kura na dada ye ho. Ye babo ya ho modern de bet. Ho de Abia enima yakoye nimi no. Like progress be ba any be hu de be kan be say de entumi nka say be a Black Star beje World Cup analysis da be ne de enye juma.
Okay, World Cup na ye kwa ye. By 5 countries on be bom modern 1 Ghana ka ho. Second, England. Third, near can say Brazil. Fourth, na Spain. Na fifth near Portugal. So 5 countries we no more modern partner World Cup no enye krabehwe. Na teams who are a person onye Portugal. On the onye bi da 0 nti. A person 0 so je World Cup ni bi na only Messi yepe. Because achievement a Messi be beating in a World Cup. Obia will be achievement a Messi be beating in a World Cup. And the World Cup he bon pay say Portugal mom home modern no mun Cambo no mumbo 0. Na 0 nye World Cup ni bi no ni Messi enye pepepe. Oh World Cup. A team so a me pese o mo call final Ghana any Portugal. Na Ghana ye Pian Cup no boko de ama Portugal. Ye de ba and this is for best nti na yem pese ye de beba. Nti yem fema Portugal for na 0 GB. No ni Messi nyepe.
Your top 5 countries to do well or to win the FIFA World Cup.
Yo, World Cup na ye kwere de. Me mediga ka che me nkro me nanfo nyina say countries a bit ma je World Cup no. 5 countries a bit ma je ba emu ba ko bit ma je. Ghana ka ho. First one, obi obet ma je. First Germany. Second, our count Spain. Third, France. Fourth, Ghana. Obia any enda so say Ghana. Afiwe Afri. World Cup with Ghana. Ye jaba Ghana ha. Wa woni mi say wo de wontimi, wo de wonni gidie no. Ba bi gina. Do twato Argentina. 5 countries betima age World Cup no. Ani aka Africa Ghana ni lipo betima age eka ho. Mo ye dan ya Ghana afiwe Afri. Ye beje World Cup no. Ye ntima anye kura na. Ye be wura ba bi a. Ebe obia surprise say Ghana.
Black Kwame mi plachimon kroso. Born na ye be born the first 5 countries now wo Canada. Me de mi twisu Brazil, France, Germany, and Argentina. Na last one is Morocco. 5 countries no. On beat me ajibo cup no. Except countries no American.
Match ni na tournament ni na mbewi en dey na wuhwe ni.
Dey na me share ni.
Say World Cup ni na bebewi en dey na wuhwe ni.
Okay, sir, football there. I can't say. I can't pa boom. It's definitely no. You know, more spread unity among ourselves. You know, and I say more you know where na you know like unity no. Abe more. Oh you know from.
Okay. First of all, I said don't come out to jump. Your boss on your assassi. On your bedana say. Second, so you na you John Dramani Mahama. On in boss of putting your ma or your ma to my mufoy or my. And you and Momu Free South Africa to me do a mobile. Danasi. It was on Red Cup, brother. Maybe the may share pass and you bet me yes, Ghana. You bet me at the cup. And a dear, no matter what you are, dear Beji.
Your top fan baby, you know. Dear now, we're expecting a fool.
Sir, Minya in Shamboni, bien film. Sir, you like for Tokwa, near the idea of the Abezu Shemuniano. Me per se, you will World Cup no. Now, soon ye Ababoko. Now, other says Spain, Argentina, a Bubako at the World Cup. Yet, Yanka won't be.
Whole expectation for World Cup Nankasa Air
Spain. For me, I will go for Spain.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Say, me predictions then can be say, Yeni Abia Argentina and shower finals, and any Spain and shower finals. That's what I'm predicting for.
My expectation is to see South Africa win the cup and play Amapiano final Nakupenda at the final. I want South Africa to win.
A good because teams no be well prepared into no you say yeah a good but Ghana everything you
What are your expectations for the Morocco versus USA match?
Morocco versus USA me there Morocco be winning.
Okay, so what are expectations for the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup?
Okay, me a Ghanaian. I'm proud of my country, Ghana. Me feel say Ghana on winning match, first match, or winning first match, Maya. Yanibeji, so me your hope, say cup with the Ghana.
So what's your whole expectation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup?
My whole expectation. I hope Ronaldo to win the World Cup. That's my expectation for the World Cup. For Ronaldo to win the World Cup is my biggest expectation.
So what's your whole expectation for the FIFA 2026?
My own expectation is I want to see a good football playing. The referee officiating should be well. And one thing I'm assured that all the teams, that 48 teams, everyone went there to do well. So we want to see good officiation, good football. Then that's all what I can say. Yeah.
Thank you.
It matters a lot. We all want to see our, how do I call them, stars performing well. To me, like this, my trust, my belief is in Ronaldo first. And when I take Ronaldo, I take my own player, my striker in Ghana, Semenyo. Yes, I'm praying that guy should perform, do well in this World Cup because he's doing well in England. At the same time, his own team, Man City, is doing well. So I'm praying that Semenyo and my chief, my Odogu, Ronaldo, to perform well in this World Cup. That's two people I want to see in this World Cup. Yes.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Expectation, I'm expecting England Belgium World Cup. That's my expectation.
And I offer World Cup ni nambe we no. E die na wo hwe nim ewom.
World Cup na me hwe nim ni na de. Me hwe Ghana nim ene Argentina nim to the final.
Okay, my whole expectation, to be honest, in this tournament is for Ghana Black Stars to get to at least probably semi-final or quarter-final. That's my expectation. At least that's a fact. That's my real emotion. That's what I wish. So for Ghana Black Stars to get to at least quarter-final, semi-final, if they can really do that for us, I think we are going to be proud of them. So, and I pray they can surprise everyone in the tournament.
Bia me hwɛ ni mu ni sɛ mpɛsɛ Ghana ye develop wom ye wini ba bia be 7 matches ko 8 mu wɔ na wini bonus no endosu na FIFA mo Ghana baso ye mpɛsɛ Ghana player wanya kura Ghana player bakunya fair player and onya best player e tournament ni Ghana player nya best player o tournament ni mu a Ghana ye din be ko ye ni mu wɔ World Cup ni
ni na mbewie ye de na wankasa wo hwɛ nim.
The mission is a match in our baby, you know. Now, World Cup now, fair Ghana. Media, young Kurumudie, I did buy a mamma, Nijeso. Didn't have a query, you know. Now, be to the Nagana, your Peja Frank, your Peja Capono, Akosro. You're to one Peja Crania, Bora Fanaso, Nasa, you Lusukrana, Ayamaye, Yadasi, Yamisro Bibia.
Countries, you know, Ghana, they say, you didn't come. And Ghana, Moloko. South Africa for the only for Bonfo, the film. Now more can be any
World Cup ni na mbewie and Edian so na wo hwɛ nim.
Dia me hwɛ anim ne said the beya bibia be kɔbɔkɔ ya nti dede bia ho cause say the US aye no obi okra okwa ogina park no square na ne yam hyehyɛ ba bibia nsi ye nyina be kɔ ne aba obi akɔ ne mamu asomduam. Ghana so the em say Bahamas senior match na ekono me momu de makoma anim se Ghana betimi age World Cup na ba be betimi akoyanim yetimi qualify first rounds no cry ya yade Ghana de me sara me hu no se qualify first no cry ya yade
Top 5 countries, I'll go for Portugal, Argentina, then France, and about Africa, say Senegal, any England. No, me team no dey me team but team am me so bet me ya dey pa no na ya 5 teams ya ma bom say we show am players and am performance e wo mo recently friendly sa mo boy ni dey mo na me say me bet me aye at least wonders e wo tournament we
top 5 teams the World Cup. Those who win the World Cup, you want the top 5 who win the World Cup. Okay, first I'll tip my own country, Ghana, Brazil, France, Argentina, then Portugal. This is the top 5. I believe in me that they can do well in this World Cup.
Okay, thank you. First of all, top 5 countries. I will choose Spain first. Second by France, England, Portugal, Argentina.
Why?
I want to say recently in Spain, I'm a champions of Europe, and I heard Spain guys now. Obia beje World Cup no. The last time I was Spain winning World Cup, I was South Africa no. Now our Barcelona players, Marco almost about 9, 7, and they started one national team no. Omo nyina so started Barcelona national team no. It is omo konya almost ano national team no. Obia so bo ma wonim de ode there. Mamemo another example. German. The last time a German winning World Cup, na German, our Bayern Munich players almost best 8 or 9. Omunyina started with Bayern Munich, and he from our national team. Omu nyina ko start wo national team no mu. Ekobasa wa unya best 10 about the same club. Ya omo ba wo national team omo san be start. Omu nya bo a obi anim de ode ye dey. So what am I saying? Spain now recently we just Spain team ne kura wo mo dey ba now. They have young chaps. The likes of Lami Ama, Nico Williams and the rest. So and now we 9 players, 9 or 8 are free Barcelona here there. But the same thing and they call South Africa. It is Spain a favorite. England now me too soon for the third. England a media hype. England media hype. I mean set here example about the likes of Anthony Gordon, Marcus Rashford and the rest, media and I'm hype. Come Anthony Gordon and converted 70 million euros. A media hype. Maybe a Barcelona fan, but we are all praying say everybody here there, every famano. To me, that's my opinion. Spain is a favorite. Argentina. So Argentina. Oma build our national team no Atletico Madrid. Tell me the can't catch it say we club be our Belgium World Cup now. Omo best 7 or 6 players are starting with the same club. Okay, Atletico Madrid. Argentina built the national team with Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, our best 6 players are call them up for Argentina. Yeah, we now start with Atletico Madrid team. We now also start with Argentina national team. It is a surprise no my boy for so many years. No so boma.
Now offer your top 5 countries.
Okay, Ghana, Spain, France, Argentina, and Portugal. Oh, like ball more born like a swing, like on bomb home modern. So what I say, like their style of play cry FA, and a born so munimbo. Almost answer experience. We in your first time, omu perform your World Cup. On my back to back. See, that's what I see from them.
Me to me no me say Argentina sanje. Argentina 1, Spain, Portugal, England. Maybe I'm the Brazil account. Then time say Argentina again say, only defending champions. On them last, yana players na. On them last 4 years no more. Like Fobinaire, abe from Argentina a favorite. So bet my asanje.
So what top 5 countries do you think can make it in the World Cup?
Me countries are pesto Portugal, France, Argentina, Morocco is a favorite. And Ghana their team are away there better. JJ behind
Because I'm going to need it. Ghana. Because I papa ebo fia so ye. And me who see kita team yeah, Ghana. No choose Ghana first. Now I choose Portugal second. Now I choose Argentina, Germany. Now for the last one I choose England.
Number 1 Argentina and Portugal and Brazil and Argentina. Ghana so count. Yes, me clone Ghana, me country Ghana count.
5. I want South Africa to win. 1 South Africa, 2 South Africa, 3 South Africa, 4 South and 5 to South Africa. Because I like them, the way they are. I see myself in them, how they do their things, I'm a piano and everything. I just love South Africa and I want them to win.
The top 5 countries you're expecting to do well in the World Cup?
Oh, for my side, my favorite teams, I have 2 by 5 there. We call my Portugal, first one. That's my top ranking. Then I call France. Then I call Croatia. Then last one I'm Ghana.
Okay.
They say me Ghana. They say me I'm choose Ghana. Shim.
Argentina be qualified for World Cup. Because Argentina for no, omo quality players. So what I say, yes, say Argentina for team anya, Spain for no. Activate match cap na if say omo na wo players ewo we ayinu pa. So what I say, if say omo no on players no omo quality players. Omo dey ball.
All right, so we're back live on GhanaWeb TV for our second game of the day. The Red Devils of Belgium being led by Yuri Tillemans and the Pharaohs of Egypt. Mohammed Salah's last dance at the Mundial. Today it unfolds. Egypt, unfortunately, they've not, been a powerhouse like they are in Africa. Never won a World Cup group game. Can this be the opportunity for them? Because Cape Verde, they've already made the entire continent proud by holding the La Roja of Spain to a goalless draw. Can Egypt do it or not? We have 90 minutes of football to find out. This is GhanaWeb TV. My name is Joel Eshen, joining by Frank Champon and then Benjamin Saki, but Andrews Edunkwa replaces Harry Lord. Andrew, good evening and thanks for joining us again.
All right, you're welcome.
What are we expecting for this particular game?
I think tonight is going to be an interesting one. Looking at what Cape Verde has shown the world, it's going to be an interesting one. Egypt will not have it easy, but I'm sure at the end, definitely, I'm sure Belgium is going to show Egyptians that yes, they are capable of doing what they know how to do best. But it's not going to be an easy one. I expect Mamouche and Salah to come to the party and also do what they know how to do best. On the other side, too, I expect Doku, Telemans, and De Bruyne, and as well as Courtois to also help in the formidable, play of their respective teams to see how best they can amass the all-important 3 points in their first opener.
All right, Frank, Egypt and then Belgium.
I think now the pressure shifts to Egypt because of how Cape Verde were able to hold Spain. They would want to also do something similar, but they can't afford all the time to defend because this Belgium team possesses something that, like the physicality, they are very direct, unlike Spain, and they can hurt any team that decides to sit back. But with Salah and then Mamouche in attack for Egypt, they also have what it takes to take this Belgium team on. So they should give us an entertaining game, just like we saw between Morocco and Brazil. It shouldn't be a situation where a team decides to sit back, soak the pressure, and then play on the counter. Because if Egypt decides to do that, now Salah doesn't have the legs again. He can't do the counter-attacking play. His is to get into the spaces, tries to take on a man, and then either cut into on his favorite left foot and shoots. But I'm expecting a very, very good game, entertaining game. Two top sides wanting to win. But history doesn't favor Egypt. In 2018, they were in a group with Saudi Arabia, and I fancied them that they could finally get the win they are so craving for, but they couldn't. And now they are in a group with, Belgium, a very good side that finished third in 2018 and were in the knockout stages in, the 2022 edition. But
they couldn't qualify out of their group. They were in the same group with Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco beat them. Yeah, I remember that. But Egypt, they should go all out. You never know where the mistakes will come from, and once the mistake comes, you capitalize, and then you can get the 3 points or either nick a points. By the end of the day, when you get a point, it's an improvement from their previous tournament exposure. So now, I just expect two teams play attacking football and leaving nothing on the pitch.
All right, Ben.
This is another interesting game. Another African side at the global stage at the Mundial, and we expect nothing but the best from Egypt coming up against a Belgian side that since their golden generation, I think the 2014 World Cup, that they had a golden generation that we expected them to go very far, but it also ended in disappointment. I believe that this time around, the team that they have it's not quite a strong side that you say you would expect Egypt to sit back for them to attack them. Just that they have, I mean, a very good attackers who on any day, if you are not very vigilant and very good at defending, they could punish you in that regard. And so Egypt's performance when they come up against a stronger side, I think in the AFCON, in the knockout stages, the games that they played, it's got to a point where they sat back defending. I think they played against Cote d'Ivoire, and that game I didn't really like the performance that they put up. And so if you are coming up a side that you think is, I mean, equally good with you, and you decide to sit back, I didn't really enjoy that game, and it's also didn't help them. And so I expect them to open up more and then try to attack. Cape Verde, I mean, showed us what if you are a team, regardless of the quality or the team possesses, and then the kind of quality you are playing against, you have to have the mindset of open up and then free-flowing football, attack, and then let's see what happens. Defensively, you need to be very, very solid as well. Goalkeeping department too is very, very important. Today, Cape Verde had a very solid defense, but the goalkeeper, Vozinha, was excellent on the day, and that salvaged them. That's 1 point that they were able to get from their game against Spain. And so I expect Egypt to go in, I mean, all in, and then try to get something out of this. Salah, in terms of national team history, he hasn't had the best when it comes to the Africa Cup of Nations and then at the World Cup as well. And then so he's somebody that I also expect to come to the party when it matters, and then be able to, I mean, show the glimpse of quality that he's shown over the years. Just that this season, I mean, his form has really dipped, and then it's all things started from his issues with the former Liverpool head coach and his lot, and that didn't go down well with him. Then there was some psychological edge on that, and that hasn't really helped him. But coming up against Belgium in this game, I think you need Salah. Egypt needs Salah at his best to, I mean, be a threat in the attack, and that will really help them. And so I expect an evenly matched up game, and then you hope and then pray that Egypt will be able to get a win. This is not an invincible Belgian side, just like we talked about Brazil. They have the players. I mean, the talent is not enormous, but with what they have, it's something that's when they play, you can't see that consistency, cohesion in a team that, I mean, plays to get the best or beat top opponents. They've not really shown that. And so they are not decided that you would, I mean, sit back or open up the game, attack them, and then you'll see what happens.
All right, so open up the game, attack them, and you see what happened. Let's go through the Belgium lineup. Thibaut Courtois in post, Thomas Meunier. There is also Nathan in goal, Michele Brandon and Timothy Castagna. In midfield, Tielemans, Amadou Onana, Trossard, Kevin De Bruyne, Jeremy Doku, and then the Charles De Ketelaere. Yeah, so Andrew, this is Belgium's lineup.
Yes, I think with the exception of Romelu Lukaku, it's going to be an interesting one. We are going to see how the new introit will fit into the team and also play the role as the leading striker in the absence of Lukaku, who is on the bench. Yes, De Bruyne is playing his perfect position, trying to support the attack. Any rebound, De Bruyne is there to capitalize on the effort. So yes, I think that it's going to be an interesting game. The lineup from Belgium is going to be an all attack with Doku with his on his favorite position on the left. Is going to attack, see how best he can help his team win the game tonight.
All right. So for Egypt, it's goalkeeper Oufa Sober, and in defense Ahmed Fatou, Amdi Fati. There is also Ibrahim, and I think that we'll go through that. But quick one, predictions. The game has already started, and then we start. Benjamin, prediction for you.
1-1 draw.
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1.
Andrew,
I'll go for Belgium 2-0.
Belgium 2-0.
Same. Belgium 2-0.
Belgium 2-0 for okay. Amadou Onana. wearing the 24 jersey, Belgium coach Rudy Garcia. But can they get a perfect start to this game? The Egyptians are in their white away jersey. Belgium are in their red. Semi-finalists in 2018, Russia lost to eventual winners, France, by a lone goal. And that was a hell of a game for neutrals. And all who enjoy the game now is the Egyptians on the attack. Timothy Castagne recovers nicely. Doku has been dispossessed. The Egyptians are going out in their numbers. They are not here to defend. And that's some good news. Because always people who reference South Africa for going to defend in that game against Mexico. Timothy Courtois back to Ngoy. Ngoy will look for a long one. The Katerera is making the runs, being chased by Amdi Fati. And the Katerera couldn't get the most out of it. That is the legendary Hussein Hassan. He's seen it at the highest level of the game. But can they do something? The Egyptians, they have a terrible record at the World Cup. They were in the 1934 edition, 1990 and 2018. And for all their arsenals and their history, they've been very terrible at the World Cup.
That's where I have a problem with the UEFA president, Sefrin, talking about how the tiny average teams at the World Cup makes the World Cup not a very good one. But this shows how the World Cup is also very, very difficult to play in. You talk about the history Egypt have in Africa, 7-time champions, but once they step on the World Cup stage, it looks like they've never even been there before. But this should also be something that they should try to make it better this tournament. Try to get into at least the round of 32 and then see where they can reach. But with how they've started, we can see that they are not letting anything down. They want to attack the Belgians and at least pick all the necessary points.
At least pick all the necessary points. Now it is Jeremy Doku. He couldn't beat his marker. He's been able to pick up the pieces. Jeremy Doku finds Amadou Onana. Onana gives the pass away. The Egyptians recovers quickly. Now it is Mo Salah. Mo Salah to Ashoa to Fatou. And it is Atia to Ashoa again. Going, it is Zico. Zico to Amdou Fatou. Fatou to Atia to Lachine. Egypt in possession. Amdi Fati with the ball down the right hand side. Go to Ibrahim. Ibrahim to Mohamed Hani. Hani to Ashoa. Ashoa finds Omar Mamouche. It is Zico Rada. 5 minutes of action. Egypt undoubtedly the better team so far, but nothing has been created in this game. The Pharaohs have qualified for only 3 World Cup. In 2022, it was Senegal who denied them after beating them to win the AFCON. But now they are back. And it is Belgium. Now, Leandro Trossard. Trossard with 1-2. Will go for his left foot back. Mohamed Ali. Block the ball back to Amadou Onana. Down to Thomas Mounier. Mounier to Onana again. Down to Thomas Mounier. Mounier to Jeremy Doku on the left hand side against Ani. Good one there. Tillemans inside the 18-yard box. It is the Keterra back to Mounier and Kevin De Bruyne. He don't want to give him a space around the box. And Kevin De Bruyne nearly curled one back into the net. The goalkeeper, Shoba, had the place covered. And the Egyptians will not want to repeat this mistake again.
Of course, they were caught ball watching, and I think that they shouldn't repeat such an incident. Once we give him a space to hold on to the ball and find an empty space, then he's going to put you in trouble. Then you are going to be punished for leaving him that chances to get onto the ball so well. So I think that once they get onto the ball, there should be somebody charging him, dispossessing him of the ball before he is able to either think or take any decision to find any of his players.
Omar Mamouche seems to be in pain, but he's up on his feet. Ibrahim back to Amdi Fati. Amdi Fati to Fatou again. It looks like Belgium are now trying to play on the break, and definitely will be counting on the pace and the slickiness of Jeremy Doku. Now, good pressing from Doku. The Egyptians, they managed to get away from trouble, but Amadou Onana is there. But then Mawan Atia has been flagged for his tackle on Amadou Onana. So far, Salah and Omar Mamouche haven't really been in the game.
Yes, the Egyptians are trying to control the game. However, they are not creating enough. You would expect Salah to make some incursions as well as Omar Mamouche, but they've been kept silent so far. Dictating the pace of the game is not enough. You have to try as much as possible that once you are in control of the game, you push your men forward and try to create. Once you don't do that, you just possessing the ball. That's why the Belgians have relaxed. Once they get a counter-attack, they have quick transition, and then Jeremy Doku will be able to take on the place and create the danger. We saw Kevin De Bruyne's chance that it was very close. Had it's been on targets, it would have been a different story by now. So in as much as the Egyptians are trying to control the game, they need to move the ball forward more, try to create something, rather than just trying to do that from the back.
Now it is the Keterra. Good flick, and Trossard inside the box. And he ends up giving the ball away. It will be a welcome goal kick for Egypt. Pharaohs. Belgium have reached the knockout stage in each of their last 4 World Cups. And Mohammed Salah, this might be his last in the Mundial. And that is Omar Mamouche. Good control to Mohammed Salah. Salah will go to Zico. Zico down the right hand side. And there is Hamdi whipping the ball, looking for who Ashwa was there, lingering around, waiting to pounce on the ball. And there is Jeremy Doku on the break. He's being surrounded by about 4 Egyptian players, but Mawan brilliantly was able to displace him. But then the ball ends back into Belgian hands.
I think looking at how the Belgians are playing, they want to catch the Egyptians on the counter attack, and they also know how Doku plays so well. So once the ball is moved to him straightly, you get 2 or 3 players trying to attack him and also dispossess him of the ball. They don't want him to hold on to the ball so much that he can put them under pressure. So I think that it's not going to be easy, but once a pass goes through for them, then it's going to change the whole situation in the game.
Umar Mamush, oh, he couldn't stand on his feet and go. Takes the ball back to Thibaut Courtois, who sent a long cross looking for Di Keterera. He wins the ball. Now he's going brilliant from Ibrahim. But the referee seems to have awarded an infringement against Ibrahim. It looked like a clean clearance from where I am sitting. But let's watch the replay against the young man. Oh, the referee got it right. But was that not a goal scoring opportunity?
It wasn't a clear-cut chance. The ball was still there to be won. But this is something the Egyptians need to be wary of, because their centre backs have a combined age of 64, which means they are old and they won't be able to go with the pace that these youngsters in Doku and then Di Keterera to like match them pace to space. So it will be very, very difficult. But if the midfield is doing enough work to cover the defense, they wouldn't want to do anything silly to get them behind in the game.
Now it is in goal. Oh, the first yellow card goes to Mawana Tia. Very reckless tackle on in goal. Looks like a clean decision by the referee.
Yes, of course, because he was nowhere near the ball. He should have just allowed the player to move onto his attack, but he decided to foul him, and in the end, he didn't even get the needed contact he wanted. But the player went on the pitch, so definitely it was a bookable offense, and he has been booked. The first man to be booked. Let's hope and pray he becomes the last, because with the role he's playing in the midfield, definitely he's going to get another box-to-box player. Then it's going to be another challenge, probably might lead to another yellow card.
Probably might lead to another yellow card. Belgium, they've played 50 matches at the World Cup, and there is Jeremy Doku against Andy. Doku, can he conjure some magic here? And Omar Mamouche, brilliant steal. And there is Mohammed Salah. Mohammed Salah has been heckled by Timothy Castagna. And Timothy Castagna also goes into the book of the Brazilian referee.
It simply tells you how physical the game is getting. I think once one side tries to create an opportunity, then they try to towards the attack, and it's not helping so far. However, I think the referee is trying to instill discipline in the game, because once you allow these attacks, then it means that you are denying the teams the opportunity to score.
And there is Zico. He couldn't beat his marker against Castagna, who is on a yellow card. And that is coach Rudy Garcia already writing a lot in his notebook. Andy takes the throw in. Will be given to Ibrahim. Ibrahim to Amdi Fati. Fati whipping the ball, looking for Omar Mamouche. But this one will be easy for Thibaut Courtois. Belgium, 14 appearances in the World Cup. They've played 50 games at the Mundial. They've won 20. They've drawn 20. They've drawn 10. And they've lost 20 games at the World Cup. They've scored 70 and they've conceded 70 goals. That is the record of the Belgian national team. Jeremy Doku on the ground. Looks like he's in pain. And it is Hamdi who is the culprit in this particular situation.
That's supposed to be a foul. I don't know why the referee didn't whistle for bad. It looks like he really got him bad. He really got him.
It's Mohammed Hani who gave Jeremy Doku a very nasty tackle. But then Doku is up on his feet and looks like he will be ready to go again. Mohammed Hani plays for Al Ahly in Egypt, the greatest club on the African continent. 30 years of age, has a market value of $1.4 million. Born on the 25th of January 1996. He is one of the experienced players at the back for the Pharaohs. Now, Amadou Onana with a steal sends the ball back to Ngo to Timothy Castana. Good play. Kelvin De Bruyne with the hold-up play. But Ibrahim was there to intercept the ball. Now Omar Mamouche. Mamouche brought it down. And it will be a foul in favor of the Pharaohs. Three appearances. 4 appearances, their fourth at the World Cup 1934, 1990, 2018 and 2026. Egypt already, minus this game, have played 7 at the World Cup. They've not won a game. They've drawn 2 and they've lost 5. They've scored 5 goals at the World Cup and they've conceded 12. So it looks like a big boy and a small boy. But Egypt is no small boy. Their pedigree in the game, Belgium is not their mate. It's just unfortunate that whenever they get to the world stage, they are a very terrible team. They've even shown at the FIFA Confederation Cup level, I think in 2009, before the 2010, and they couldn't even qualify for the 2010 World Cup, but they played in the Confederation Cup because of their victory in Ghana when they beat Cameroon by 1-0. Remember, Zidane scored a brilliant goal and then had to dance with his ball boots. The Gen Zs might not be able to relate. Yes. The Gen Zs might, yes. Also for says that time no will cross it, so but that is Egypt. Mohammed Salah with good one to Ashwa. And brilliant goal! Brilliant goal! And look at that. Look at that celebration. The Egyptians take the first bullet. They fires the first bullet. And the Pharaohs of Egypt, Mohammed Salah the creator. Mohammed Salah the creator. And oh my goodness. My goodness. It is Imam Ashura who gets the first goal for the Pharaohs of Egypt. Brilliant sequence. And Mohammed Salah, when he got to the ball, it was a clean pass to Ashura, took one control and unleashed a tender ball to nothing. Goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois could do to stop that from going in. Getting Egypt, after dominating the game so far, they've managed to get to their first goal in this game. Egypt 1, Belgium 0.
I think it's a well-deserved goal. Looking at how the ball started from Mo Salah, then came to Enam Ashua. He also plays it so well. He did so well by finding his spots in the goal post and placing the ball so well to get the needed goal after the first 20 minutes of the game. Yes, Egypt have dominated the game so far. They are trying to dictate the pace to the Belgians. They are not playing to the rhythm of the Belgians. So the Belgians are finding it difficult to also match the Egyptians. So I think that with the goal that has just come, it's going to open up the game. And I just think that I just hope Egypt will not go back and sit and wait for the Belgians to come. I think they should also match them and also try to get the needed second goal and see how best they can hold on to their victory.
The Pharaohs of Egypt with the lead now. Can Belgium respond and go in possession? Thomas Meunier send it back to Amadou Onana. Amadou Onana will look for Jeremy Doku down the left hand side. Good control from Doku. He's being pressed by Zico. Castagna to Tielemans. The rebound couldn't go. And the Egyptians, now it is Omar Mamou. She couldn't get it. And timely clearance from Ngo. They are going for hydration break. And this is the reason why I hate it. The game is flowing. And now, you see that by the time they return, the momentum will shift. And that is the Pharaohs. Egypt 1, Belgium 0. Let me talk to you about Rush Energy Drink. Rush Energy Drink. Be bold. Rush Energy Drink is the ultimate drink for you to recharge yourself, to recharge your body. And so, just get your Rush Energy Drink right here. Yes, this is Rush Energy Drink. It is an authentic drink. And all the action, yes, every action that you can think about, Rush Energy Drink is the ultimate for you. Bigo Cola. Bigo Cola, yes, and that is when you see Bless His Imperial Majesty on the wrapper. That is Stone Boy. Yes, so you can also scan and win instant cash prize. Bigo Cola, carbonated flavored drink in traffic, bars, restaurants, everywhere. You get Bigo Cola. Yes, as you see, say Stone Boy did there. No, that one there, yes. This one, it doesn't need any Mubia. Verna Natural Mineral Water is also here. Verna is also here. Verna is also here. Nature's finest. And so get yourself Verna Natural Mineral Water. DSTV. Yes, DSTV. We here at GhanaWeb, we don't have the right to show the game. But the entity that has the right to show the game, the official broadcaster, is DSTV. And DSTV says, I should tell you, that you can reconnect with just 58 Ghana cedis. 58 Ghana cedis. That is what DSTV is saying. The hydration break is still going. And then Ulas Enterprise. Ulas Enterprise. If you are looking for generator, water pump, drilling machine, compactors, there is only one place for you. And that is Ulas Enterprise. Yes, we are at Medina, American House, Ajengano, and that is Ulas Enterprise. Just Chinese is also available for all your dates, all your food, and also Malcolm. Spend 85 Ghana cedis, 800 cedis, and more to win amazing prizes. That is Malcolm. Malcolm, where the entire country, where Ghana shops. The hydration break is over. Now the play resumes. Timothy Castana takes the throw to Jeremy Doku. Doku to Amadou Nana inside the midfield, back to Ngo. Ngo will go to the right hand side to find Mounier. Thomas Mounier. For many Belgium fans, his suspension in that semi-final against France accounted for their inability because he was an integral member in that 3-5-2 system of former coach Roberto Martinez, who is now the head coach of the Seleções of Portugal. Thomas Mounier, 34 years of age. He's a grandpa. But then, like I said, the momentum has shifted in favor of the Belgium. Kelvin De Bruyne. De Bruyne, good one, looking for Thomas Mounier. But then, the Egyptians clear their lines. It is the goal scorer, Ashua, who is protecting his interest. 26 minutes still. It is the Pharaohs leading the game.
It's been good for them. I mean, for the first 10 minutes, they started showing that they were in control of the game, and they seemed to keep the ball at the back. And then when they were able to open up and then try to attack, that's when, the quality of Mohammed Salah came to the fore, and he was able to create that chance for Ashwa to deliver that tendril strike that went past Thibaut Courtois, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And so it clearly tells you that they are doing something right. And if they keep...
It's Calvin De Bruyne. The goalkeeper was up to the task. The whistle had already gone, so he wouldn't have counted anyway.
Yes, and so they are clearly doing the right things. Now the Belgians are trying to attack, soak the pressure and see how they will be able to handle that. But so far, so good for Egypt. I just like the fact that we've not seen any defensive approach from them so far, still opening up the game. And if they keep it this way, I think that they could get some meaningful results from the game.
Meaningful result from the game. Play resumes. Now it's Egypt. But the hydration break seems to have gone in the favor of the Belgians. Because now it is Amadou Onana. Onana to the left-hand side, fine. Jeremy Doku. Doku against Zico. Back to Timothy Castana. But then, Mohamed Hani wastes the ball on the foot of Jeremy Doku. The throw has been taken. It's Michele to Jeremy Doku again. It looks like all the attack is going through Doku, and Mohamed Hani so far has also been up to the task, making sure that Jeremy Doku will not be a nuisance in the game. And now it is Tielemans. Kelvin De Bruyne couldn't hold on to possession now. It is Ashua surging forward again. Can he beat Thomas Mounier? He gets his done. Now, he was still trying to control before Tielemans steps in to clear that ball out of play.
I think Tielemans is really not coming to the party. He's just moving in and out of the pitch. I don't see his incursion in the game. And yes, Belgium are struggling to put together some passes that they know how to do best. I think they are trying to locate Doku every now and then. I think they should switch play to get a different player who is also going to rely on the right hand side on the pitch. I don't know where Trossard is playing, but he looks so wide that we can't even locate him. I think he should move, then find a decisive pass, then try to do his curler into the back of the net, like how Vinicius did in the equalizer against Morocco.
Egyptian backline. They've been very super so far. 15 more minutes in the first half. And there is Amadou Onana to Castagna. Castagna to Doku. Doku against Mohammed Hani. Zico is there to provide support. And Castagna whipping the ball looking for Tielemans. And Tielemans couldn't get to the ball on target. It was a good cross from Timothy Castagna. And the run was sweet. But he couldn't get to the ball on target. And it will be a welcome goal kick for the Pharaohs.
So Belgium are beginning to turn the screw now. But credit to Egypt. They've not gone into panic mode since, taking the lead. And it's been they attacking more and doing more of their offensive duties. And if they continue like this, maybe they can go on and get the the much needed second goal to calm down the nerves in the stands and even in the technical team themselves.
Technical team. Now it is the Qatar. He loses possession by force back to Leandro Trossard. Now it's Michel De Bruyne. Whisk it to Jeremy Doku. Doku against Mohamed Hani. He tries to take him on. But Ibrahim was there to stop anything Doku was trying to do. This is Egypt's record when they lead a game. And in the history of the World Cup, they've led twice. And in each, Kevin De Bruyne, I know Mohamed Fatih was there to clear it. Now, it is the chase between Umar Mamouche and Ngo. And he sent it back to Thibaut Courtois calmly. And like I was saying, Egypt have taken a lead in only 2 World Cup matches prior to this one. And they failed to win either. But let's talk about this attack from Zico. Zico whipping the ball. And oh! Thibaut Courtois with the save. And it could have been the second goal for the Pharaohs. It looked like he was going to cross, but he decided to go to the near post. And Thibaut Courtois, the best in the world, was there to keep it up. Now Aswa will take the corner and oh, he gives it away to Jeremy Doku. Now Belgium can get a chance to go on a counter attack. But then Mohamed Aswa and oh, very silly from Fatih Hussein Hassan disagrees with the referee that this is not a bookable offense. But all of us here, we know that this is a bookable offense.
Of course, it was nowhere near the ball. Yes, the ball was on its way out, but once the player got a touch and he decided to keep the ball in possession, then once you do that, it's definitely going to be, this is definitely a foul. It's definitely obvious. But he's lucky he's not anywhere near his own goal. Would have been a red card by now.
Ahmed Fatou also goes into the books of the referee. Now, in the 2 games that Egypt took the lead and they lost, the first one was against Hungary in 1934. They took a 2-1 lead and they ended up losing 4-2. In 2018, they took the lead against Saudi Arabia and they ended the game with a 2-1 defeat. And so, their first victory, there's still a chance. Mohammed Salah with the wrong pass. Now Onana is back in control to Michel. Kevin De Bruyne is making the run. And oh, the Egyptians are ready to go for it. Zico nearly pulled a trick on Timothy Castagna, but Castagna didn't fall for it. Set about to throw. It's been taken. Egypt in possession currently, 35 minutes of action. And goalkeeper Shobert will go to Ibrahim. Ibrahim back to the goalkeeper. Now it is Atia Mawan. Atia Mawan, the goalkeeper will go long looking for Mohammed Hani. And Hani couldn't head the ball to Zico, throwing, taking. And Tilimas, captain. And I know many of you will be wondering, why is he the captain when Kevin De Bruyne and Thibaut Courtois are in the team? There are a lot of issues in the Belgium national team. It's because Thibaut Courtois went to snatch the girlfriend of Kevin De Bruyne, and now the lady is his wife and the mother of his children. So there is serious bad blood between the two. Serious bad blood. And that is why they say only two things can make two men fight. Andrew, two things that can make two men fight.
Interesting, but you see, some of these things, when it do happens like that, if you're not able to...
No, I'm asking you, what are the two things that can make two men fight?
To me, it's money.
Money and what?
Money and probably hatred.
Is hatred a thing?
Money and food.
Money and food.
Frank has
the
better explanation.
The one we eat to sleep or we sleep to eat.
Me, I don't know about others, but I won't fight a fellow man because of the food that we eat to sleep.
Okay. No, sometimes it's not like you guys will fight like women who, but you guys will know like there will be no relationship between the two. And it's Amadou Onana. Can he also go for the kill? Castagna to Trossard. Then who is there? Doku. Get it. Back to O. What a mess. Trossard. Trossard couldn't get to the ball. Now back to Thomas Meunier. Trossard, and then Doku has now switched. Doku was having a lot of troubles dealing with Mohammed Hani. So he switched to the right hand side. Amadou Onana. Back to Ngo again. Thomas Meunier is there. Mamouche couldn't intercept the ball. They whipped the ball in. Who is there? Oh. And Trossard. Did the ball hit a hand? We're not going to care. VAR is there. And now Belgium eyeing it. The Egyptians win the ball. Oh, how is that a foul?
I think once the player is down, then I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the referee. I think it was a bit closer to the scene, and so he saw exactly what happened. Joe, there was an interesting news ongoing. You see the Cape Verde versus Spain game. Goalkeeper Vozinha he won the man of the match. And then his social media, Instagram to be specific, he had 250k followers. Now, right after the game, the numbers have skyrocketed. And he currently has 1.5 million followers.
Wow! From a nobody to internet sensation, because 50,000 followers to 1 million is no joke. But can you verify the numbers for me? Go to his Instagram page and then check it. Vozinha. Because today he gave the points to Cape Verde. But can Egypt also do the work? Now, 2 Africans have already won their games. Ivory Coast.
It appears it keeps increasing. It's currently at 1.9 million.
1.9 million. Oh, let me see. Oh. Josima Diaz. 1.9 million. He's now a national hero. 1.9 million.
Well, that's what football gives you. You know, it unites, and then it makes you find new friends all over the world, and he will enjoy his moments. Hopefully, the next game,
if it doesn't go well, you will hear in something.
Oh no, but I mean, I feel for Cape Verde, once this scoreline they've gotten today, if they even are out of the tournament tomorrow, they'll be happy.
No, they won't, because look, the results they've gotten today, they need to. You see how they played Spain in the second half. They need to go into the Saudi Arabia game with the same aggression and all that, and they will definitely get the results. Jeremy Doku in midfield, dancing around to Thomas Munier. Ashua intercepted the ball, but Munier get it. Mohammed Salah, quick one. Now Omar Mamouche, the Egyptians are coming. Mohammed Salah again. Now it is Tielemans who is chasing Mo Salah. Zico on the other side. It is DSTV. 58 Ghana cedis, and you get to watch every single game. And so do that. Only 58 Ghana cedis. How much self you they take you the baby girls? Now 58 Ghana cedis there. Malcolm, where Ghana shops. Malcolm says this World Cup period, there is an interesting offer for you. But Kevin De Bruyne, but the Keterera blocked the ball. Now it is a good play. Now was looking to put Omar Mamouche through, but no. Now it is De Bruyne again. Takes it to Jeremy Doku. Doku against Oshoa. Referee says play must continue. It is Zico looking for Mo Salah. But the Belgians recover quickly. And they get a foul in the process.
Well, the game has been entertaining, and it's partly because Egypt has not abandoned their approach. Most teams will retreat and start defending, but they've kept the same tempo. Even though they've had little of the ball since they took the lead, they are still giving, when they have the chance to attack the Belgians, they do so. And Belgium, they haven't been bad, but they just lack that one spark, that one KDB pass, that one that can find the attackers to put the ball at the back of the net, which is not coming. But hopefully, with how they've played within the last couple of minutes, they can get something to make the fans cheer on about.
Now it is a show again. Back to sharing Egypt in possession, closer to the 45th minute mark. Can they make something out of it? Omar Mamouche. Mamouche. Now Mamouche again. Onana managed to get a foul. It would have been dangerous if it was a foul against Belgium.
Tielemans is not being his best in the first 45 minutes. He gave that pass that led to this attack and that got Onana being fouled. I think that I don't know what he's doing, but he has to be up and doing. He's seen more of running, chasing the ball than keeping the ball and trying to find passes and giving spaces to his players. I don't see his incursion into the game. Trossard moving to where Jeremy Doku was. He hasn't been so good as trying to cut and place like he used to do in Arsenal. So I don't see why they are not doing so much with the ball. Egypt has also defended so well. They are not giving any loose ball a chance. They are going in for the 50-50 as well. I think that Belgium, if they want to get an equalizer, then they should take some of their chances very, very serious.
We'll do 4 minutes of additional time. Mohamed Rashid. Rudy Garcia doesn't look happy at all. Too long one. Onana gets the touch. And Doku! Belgium's best moment in the game. And Doku couldn't take the chance. His effort was nowhere near on target. He could have done better. The ball was in a good position. Just about a meter away from the penalty center. And Doku, the least he could have done was to get that ball on target.
Yes, Doku, as you all know him, he's been a very good winger when it comes to take-ons. However, the other aspect of his game that has always been criticized is the finishing. You know how Pep Guardiola this season really did well to get the best out of him in terms of finishing. And then, I mean, the latter part of the Premier League, that's when he came to deliver for them. It's just unfortunate that they lost us eventually to Arsenal. However, it seems that it's not something that he's really worked on, and it's working. So far, the Belgians are trying to create through him. He started on the left wing, and then right now he's been moved to the right wing. I think Rudy Garcia is trying to find ways to get him to play, but it's not working for him. And I think credit should also be given to Osama Sam. Whenever he gets the ball, he makes sure that apart from the main defender marking him, there are other players surrounding him. I think these days that's how coaches approach marking key wingers. You saw it in Cape Verde game, Lamine Yamal, when he gets the ball, 2-3 players, they surround him. Then you try to, suffocate the player to the extent that he doesn't have that space to either pass the ball or take on players. And that has really worked for Egypt in the first half.
Approaching the 30 minutes now, Belgium can be in trouble. It is called Mamamus. I know you are never going to beat Thibaut Courtois from that angle.
But then he had no option than to go for a shot because there were no other teammates in the box to support him. And that was another mistake from the defender.
No, and so he could have waited.
Yeah.
Salah
and Co.
Yes, Mamu should have, because there is no way in hell that you are beating Thibaut Courtois from that angle.
It could have been fortunate though if he had gone through his legs,
hardly.
Hardly. He's mostly beating
through his legs when open play. But I'm saying when he's taking the first
from that angle, it wasn't.
So Egypt now. Mo Salah is through. Mo Salah whipping the ball. Who is there? Belgium. They clear the alliance, and Egypt with a rebound. They are hoping for another corner. Yes, sir, Ibrahim. This could be the final kick in the first 45 minutes.
Should hurry.
Salah should hurry. If he doesn't know, he should go and ask Arsenal. Mohammed Salah, he created the first goal. Can he create another one from the corner kick? Whipping the ball, and Thibaut Courtois couldn't get it. And the same Omar Mamouche. And the Brazilian referee blows his whistle. That was a big mistake from Thibaut Courtois. Big mistake.
No, I think the defender took the ball off his hand.
That is why I said big mistake, because a goalkeeper, if you attack the ball, best pray that you get it. And Rashid couldn't take advantage of Courtois' mistake. And so the first 45 minutes will remain as it is, 1-0 in favor of the Pharaohs of Egypt. Emma Ashoa with the goal in the 20th minute after a beautiful pass from Captain Mohammed Salah. Let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we do the first half analysis.
Big Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola. Locate the QR code on the label. Scan with your smartphone, watch the video and enter your details and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every game starts with pressure. The pressure to move faster, push harder, go further. On the pitch, every second matters, every sprint, every tackle, every chance. The world watches, but pressure doesn't stop me. It drives me. Because energy changes everything. The energy to keep moving, the energy to keep fighting, the energy to rise when the moment gets bigger. From the training ground to the world stage, I bring everything I've got. I don't wait for the moment, I create it with the energy that keeps me rising. Rush Energy Drink. Be bold, be you.
Drink responsibly. Not recommended for persons below 18, pregnant women and lactating mothers. This advert is FDA approved.
Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola. Locate the QR code on the label. Scan with your smartphone, watch the video and enter your details and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every game starts with pressure. The pressure to move faster, push harder, go further. On the pitch, every second matters, every sprint, every tackle, every chance. The world watches, but pressure doesn't stop me. It drives me. Because energy changes everything. The energy to keep moving, the energy to keep fighting, the energy to rise when the moment gets bigger. From the training ground to the world stage, I bring everything I've got. I don't wait for the moment, I create it with the energy that keeps me rising. Rush Energy Drink. Be bold, be you.
Drink responsibly. Not recommended for persons below 18, pregnant women and lactating mothers. This advert is FDA approved.
Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola. Locate the QR code on the label. Scan with your smartphone, watch the video and enter your details and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
This advert is FDA approved.
Every game starts with pressure. The pressure to move faster, push harder, go further. On the pitch, Every second matters, every sprint, every tackle, every chance. The world watches, but pressure doesn't stop me. It drives me. Because energy changes everything. The energy to keep moving, the energy to keep fighting, the energy to rise when the moment gets bigger. From the training ground to the world stage, I bring everything I've got. I don't wait for the moment. I create it with the energy that keeps me rising. Rush Energy Drink. Be bold, be you.
Drink responsibly. Not recommended for.
Obiya who say yes. Players ni we players ni ball. They say they mean you can, but maybe 2 teams play. Me mount 5 teams country we are 2 countries. Argentina, Spain. Maybe no.
First of all, my first team on person winning World Cup there, England. The second team, Portugal. Third team, France. And US. So we born home modern kakra and Croatia. Top 5 person born modern World Cup na. Oh, man, who say England? But the past 12 years, England World Cup biara. Performance is fine. But I say on team in conference, but England or Conanima, Croatia so Conanim. Until I'm who say Umatima Comani I could do finance.
Oh, actually, Ghana there. We say Ghana there. 5 countries there. Ghana is my favorite winning. Say with Bako finance. Ghana, Argentina, Portugal, England, and Morocco. I think Africa country, 2 countries. Ghana, Morocco.
Okay. And now
the top 5 crowd 2 pe. Mexico ni Ghana.
Today in Mexico and Ghana bet me winning.
Yeah, in Mexico, there was some borders go more. Radina Gasa sha to us or man as ya no mo. Ono first second year for first. Why? That's
first because of home support. Mean team Ghana number. Second team Spain. We share Spain. Material Sekuta, players Sekuta, almost some your favorites. Third, France. Wow, we did that. Defending champion. Fourth, I'm say Argentina. Argentina social place Sekuta, so almost so Omobo Mohammed. My last team, and Belgium. Belgium, so because of Dokunti, almost so the support Tomopa. By Ghana there, California there, ya kwa Jaba. We say Ghana tournament na yokon obi against here. By anya against na there den ya de bobo no. Pitch ni so na be den. E be chire. Timi so imagine chire.
Yeah, me pick France, Spain, Germany so, and then England so yeah, England so ekuta team. And Argentina so yeah, Argentina so bet me agi. Ghana dey bia bet me akoye nim dey bet. Nigeria no dey yanka say obi a nim ya kase beje kura na dada ye ho. E bebo ya ho modern dey bet. E ho dey ha bia enim ye koye nim no like progress bi ba any be hu dey be kan be say dey entumi nka say bia Black Star beje World Cup analysis dey be no dey enye adwuma.
Okay, World Cup na ye kwa dey by 5 countries on the bomb modern 1 Ghana count. Second England. Third near can say Brazil. Fourth na Spain. Na fifth near Portugal. So 5 countries we no more modern partner World Cup no enye krabehwe. Na teams who are a person on ye Portugal. On you be the 0 nti e pese 0 so je World Cup ni bi na oni Messi yepe because achievement a Messi di beating na e World Cup bibia obia wo bi ba achievement a Messi di beating pa e World Cup nti World Cup me bon pa se Portugal mo ho modern no mu na nkambom no mo mbo 0 na 0 nye World Cup ni bi no ni Messi enye pepepe o World Cup ni e team so a me pese o mo ko final e Ghana eni Portugal. na Ghana ye pia cap no boko de ama Portugal ye de ba and this for be say no nti na ye mpese ye de be ba nti ye mfama Portugal for na zero njibi no ni Messi nyepe.
Your top 5 countries to do well or to win the FIFA World Cup?
Yo, World Cup na ye kwere de. Me medical ka che me nkro me nanfo fo nyina say countries e betima age World Cup no. 5 countries e betima age ba emu ba ko betima age. Ghana ka ho. First one, obi obetima age. First Germany. Second, ka ho Spain. Third, France. Fourth, Ghana. Obia any enda so say Ghana. Afiwe Afri. World Cup with Ghana. Ye jaba Ghana ha. Wa woni say wo de wontimi, wo de wonni gidie no. Pe ba bi gina. Do twa to Argentina. 5 countries betima age World Cup no. Anya kan Africa Ghana ni lipo betima age eka ho. Mo ye dan ya Ghana afiwe Afri. Ye beje World Cup no. Ye ntima anye kura na. Ye be wura ba bi a. Ebe obia surprise say Ghana.
Black Kwame me plachimon kroso. Born na ye be born the first 5 countries now wo Canada. Me de me twisu Brazil, France, Germany, and Argentina. Na last one Morocco. 5 countries no. On beat me ajibo cap no. Except countries no American.
Match ni na tournament ni na mbewie yen de na wo hwe ni.
De na me share ni.
Say World Cup ni na bebewie yen. De na wo hwe ni.
Okay, say football there I can't say I can't pa boom. It definitely no ye nyina no more spread unity among ourselves, you know. Enter say mo wie na kwe na ye nyina no like unity no abaye more ye nyina from.
Okay. First of all, I said don't come out to jump your boss on your assassin. On your bedana say second so ye na Euro John Dramani Mahama. E won in boss upon yama wo ye ma timamufo ye o mai mu. En ye nwan mo fi South Africa timi do mo buy e dana say. E to aso nko World Cup yi mu. Brother, me dia me hwe pa say nye betimi asise Ghana. E betimi agi cup no. Ene dia no matter what ye ade e beje.
Your top fan baby no. Dia na we expect efun.
Say minya insamboni ebia film. Say like for ntokwa ni ade o dia bezuhwe mu nya no. Me pese ye be wie World Cup no. Na asumwie ababoko na ada say Spain, Argentina, ebu baako ade World Cup. Ye de yenka ho bi.
Who expectation for World Cup nankasa Spain.
Spain. For me, I will go for Spain.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Say me predictions there can be say yeni ebia Argentina and shower finals and any Spain and shower finals. That's what I'm predicting for.
My expectation is to see South Africa win the Cup and play a piano final na kupenda at the final. I want South Africa to win.
A movie because teams no be well prepared into no you say yeah a movie but ninguém Ghana everything akoya nim.
What are your expectations for the Morocco versus USA match?
Morocco versus USA me there Morocco be winning.
Okay. So what are expectations for the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup?
Okay, me a Ghanaian. I'm proud of my country, Ghana. Me feel say Ghana on winning match, first match. Or winning first match Maya. Yani be Jesus me your hope second we the Ghana.
So what's your whole expectation for the 2026 FIFA World Cup?
My whole expectation. I hope Ronaldo to win the World Cup. That's my expectation for the World Cup. For Ronaldo to win the World Cup is my biggest expectation.
So what's your whole expectation for the FIFA 2026?
My own expectation is I want to see a good football playing. The referee officiating should be well. And one thing I'm assured that all the teams, there are 48 teams, everyone went there to do well. So we want to see good officiation, good football. Then that's all what I can say. Yeah.
Thank you.
It matters a lot. We all want to see our, how do I call them, stars performing well. To me, like this, my belief is in Ronaldo first. And when I take Ronaldo, I take my own player, my striker in Ghana, Semenyo. Yes, I'm praying that guy should perform, do well in this World Cup because he's doing well in England. At the same time, his own team, Man City, is doing well. So I'm praying that Semenyo and my chief, my Odogu, Ronaldo, to perform well in this World Cup. That's two people I want to see in this World Cup. Yes.
For the whole 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Expectation, I'm expecting England better World Cup. That's my expectation.
And I offer World Cup ni nambe we no. E die na wo hwe nim ewom.
World Cup na me hwe nim ni na de. Me hwe Ghana nim ene Argentina nim to the final.
Okay, my whole expectation, to be honest, in this tournament is for Ghana Black Stars to get to at least
for the second half. Egypt starting, playing positions have switched from left to right. That is Egypt still leading 1-0. Coach Rudy Garcia is smooth, it's a bit calm. But let's see if they can. Egypt, they are still not sitting back. And they are ready to attack them. What should we expect in the second half?
Much of attacking threats from the Belgians. You know, the first half they didn't go so well. The few couple of chances that they got, they weren't able to utilize them, and so we expect that they will be able to create more. And then on their wings, I think Doku needs to add some bit of dynamic to his game. I know he's been moving across the wings, wing positions, but he's still struggling to penetrate the defense of the Egyptians. I believe that he needs to bring on his A game and then be able to do that for the Belgians. On the part of the Egyptians, they are leading the game. So as they were defending, they should keep up the same momentum when it comes to defending, and then also launch the attack when necessary. Because in the few transitions that we've seen them with Salah, the pace of Salah, and then Ashwa as well, they are very, very dangerous. So they should keep up the same game plan, and then let's see if they can hold on to the lead.
Now it is Castagna. By loses possession to Atia. Lashid back to Ibrahim. Ibrahim needs to be very careful. Takes it to goalkeeper Sober. He's not taking any chances. He kicks the ball in. Now Belgium. They win a throw in the process. Jeremy Doku. And then Fatou Ahmed. They are going at it. That is Ibrahim rather. Ibrahim collided with Jeremy Doku. Now good one to the far end. Now it is Hassoua, the goal scorer. He's coming again with a good pass. And oh, Mohammed Salah. My goodness. Rashid missing a glorious opportunity to double the lead for the Egyptians.
That was a chance, and Salah should have buried that. But at 1-0, it takes just one moment to change the story, and Belgium look capable of getting the equalizer. On the other hand, Egypt also look capable of getting the second. That will calm their nerves and then set them up for a very good, victory in this first round.
And that is the chance again. The cutback from Salah was good. But Omar Mamouche and Zico. They couldn't make it count. And that is coach who said, Hassan, applauding his players for what they've been doing in the early stages of the second half. The Egyptians, they've been aggressive. They are running. And maybe, just as Lionel Messi said before Argentina's final penalty kick against France, that drama, it could be today. It could be today for Egypt, who will get their first World Cup victory in this very stadium. But there is 40 more minutes to play, and a lot can happen within this period. It is in goal, surging forward with the ball, takes it back to Timothy Castagna, Amadou Onana, Jeremy Doku, and Doku has been fouled by Rashid, and referee gets the correct call.
Of course, they know what Doku can do when he's on the ball, so they are trying so well not to give him that needed space so much that he can take some players on. So once he gets the ball, either they foul him or he's been dispossessed of the ball. I just hope and pray De Bruyne is able to utilize this free kick to get a shot on target or a chance for the Belgian national team.
Free kick for the Belgians. They take it quickly back to Leandro Trossard. Can he whip in across? The Egyptians are all over, and it's Trossard still going. And brilliant move by the Egyptians. Now it is Jeremy Doku. Can he get the ball? He gets it. He has the pace in the 18-yard box. Doku against Ibrahim. Doku is there, but the Egyptians, they block it. And now the counter-attack has been stopped. Now Mohammed Salah, the pass is still there. Egypt are still going, and Mohammed Salah, can he get to the ball? Thibaut Courtois. Good move from Courtois to go. Now it is Tielemans. Can Belgium turn things around? Tielemans wants a foul. The referee says yes. Egypt. Amadou Onana to Ngo. And Jeremy Doku is the only Belgian player who is trying to make things happen and manage to win a very good free kick for Belgium in a place where Kevin De Bruyne will fancy.
Yes, we know De Bruyne thinks set pieces from this angle is, a very dangerous player when taking it. So it will need the Egyptian goalkeeper to be very much aware when it comes to their angles, and then the wall that they'll form to know how to build it so that De Bruyne wouldn't find its way through into the post. But yes, the Belgians are mounting pressure upon pressure, trying to find the equalizer as soon as possible, because once the game, it keeps, the scoreline remains at 1-0 and the game drags on, it's sort of unsettles them in the game, and it could force them to make some errors, and then the Egyptians could counter on that. We've seen that they are also very quick when it comes to counter-attack and the transitions, and so they want to get the equalizer as soon as possible so that they know how to, approach it in the subsequently.
Can they get something in a very good place for Kevin De Bruyne? But goalkeeper De Bruyne hits the post. Well taken free kick, but denied by the goal post. And Kevin De Bruyne is disappointed. Well taken free kick, just denied by the goal post.
That's what KDB brings to this Belgian team. Even though he's lost his legs, he's past his prime, you can't take anything away from him. And that was a very good strike. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the much needed, curl on it to go past the wall and then curl into the post. But that was brilliant stuff from Kelvin De Bruyne.
Brilliant. Now Mohammed Salah going again. And Zico. And the Belgian defender Castagna was there to clear the ball out of danger.
Yes, that was a timely intervention from Castagna. Otherwise, Zico would have shoot the ball, and that would have been very dangerous one for the Egyptians. Once again, as I said, the Belgians are pushing men forward, trying to get the equalizer. But the Egyptians are proving that they are very quick when it comes to the counter-attack.
The corner kick has been wasted. 54 minutes. Egypt are still in control. But can they hold on to their lead or even double it? Now it is Zico. Zico to Omar Mamouche. Omar Mamouche. And Marcel got a good one. Now it's still Egypt. There's a Belgian player on. And oh! My goodness! All he needed to do was to be calm in this situation, but that is a big miss.
Very costly one also, and he had all the time he had in the world just to pick a spot and then slam the ball into the net. But unfortunately, just dragged the ball well wide off the post, which for someone who just scored a belter to get Egypt to lead the game, that was an opportunity for him to add to his tally. But unfortunately, his kick was well wide of the post.
I don't know whether Courtois, I don't know his mindset when he was trying to parry the ball to the other side. He could have just stood his grounds and just get hold of the ball rather than parry it to the opponents to get a shot at him. Yes, I made mention of Onana, and yes, he's out of the game. He has been so silent in the game. He hasn't played so well in the game. I'm just hoping to see the next sub, whether it will be Trossard or Tielemans, because they are very quiet. They are not really doing or living up to expectations. Even in the first half, come the second half, they are still very quiet. And I foresee Egypt taking their chances, trying to get the needed second goal. And once it happens, I'm sure it's going to probably, as it were, silence the Belgians.
Now the Belgians are on the attack, and the energy levels of the Egyptian is super. Babel, can you give us some numbers in this game?
So far, so good. In terms of the numbers and the stats from the game so far, Belgium seem to be in control of the game per the statistics. They have 55% of ball possession as against 45% for Egypt. And then total shots so far, Belgium have recorded 8, and then Egypt have 7. In terms of shots on target, that's when the Egyptians edge the Belgians. They have 4, while Belgium have none. Then big chances created so far, Egypt have 1, and then Belgium have none. Corner kicks, set pieces, proving to be play pivotal role in current football. Egypt have had 5 corner kicks, while the Belgians have had none. But we are yet to see how they will be able to utilize it and then get the needed goals. And so statistically, it is the Belgians dominating play, but they are yet to find the back of the net, which is something that they are still pushing and knocking the door for.
That they are still pushing and knocking the door for. and that is FIFA president Gianni Infantino. And so, any changes we are expecting in this game?
Yes, Belgium has just made a change. Onana has been taken off the pitch. I want to see Lukaku come play a role in the front line for Belgium. And from what I saw Doku trying to signal the bench that he's moving to the 9 position. So he has come to the middle. So we had the new entrant.
And that is Omar Mamouche. Can he complete it? Omar Mamouche! Hello! He believes he was pushed.
Pace and trickery there again, causing havoc in the defense of Belgium. But that was also a very good, defending by, is it Castagna? Because he came, gave him the shoulder, and that was what settled Omar Mamouche. Other than that, he would have had a very, clear chance at goal.
Omar Mamouche, he could have doubled the lead, but the Belgian defense also did their own. And Kevin De Bruyne, good, and it's Jeremy Doku. And Doku, is that a penalty?
And then, and for the North Africans who are known for this kind of, theatrics, they are quite unhappy that Doku threw himself on the ground. And I'm not sure he has a case there. There was absolutely no touch. There was nothing inside. He just thought there was going to be some contact, but they were very clever that they didn't put any hand on him, and he just fell on his own. There was nothing so much in that.
Will Romelu Lukaku be getting into this game because the Keterera has not really done enough in this game? Romelu Lukaku, a striker of his caliber, he is the top guy. And Tielemans nearly getting the equalizer for the Belgians.
Of course, that was he has been waiting for such an opportunity to come his way. I think this is his best shot at goal in the 2 halves. So I think they should vary their tactics, try to possess the ball more often, and see if they could find a space in the Egyptian national team and just put the ball at the back of the net. Other than that, they'll still be chasing for an equalizer, and they'll end up losing the game by another goal.
Ben, will you put Lukaku in this game? And Kevin De Bruyne go straight into the waiting arms of the goalkeeper.
Romelu Lukaku, I think his last outing for Belgium in the World Cup, they needed a goal to qualify, and I remember.
Oh, it was a disaster.
And I remember the brand creating chances upon chances, and he kept, squandering them. It was really unfortunate. The Lukaku that we knew, I think, is not the same. However, I think with the experience that he's garnered over the years in terms of international tournaments, and then what he's done at the club side, I think that this time, all right. So he's being introduced by Rudy Garcia because the cutlery there. His impact hasn't been felt at all. His impact hasn't been felt. So I think it's a good start. But I hope he doesn't miss chances like he did in the last time.
But then I'm wondering how they would play, because since Doku moved into the number 9 role, Belgium looks very okay now. And I don't know if he would actually want Lukaku to move to the flanks, or he wants him to stay in the middle. But since Doku moved into the middle, he's been, linking that play and then creating chances for them. So I don't know how they are going to approach the game now with Lukaku coming. Maybe start swinging in the crosses, because now it's gone to the latter part of the game, and everything counts.
And now everything counts. Malcolm says spend 800 Ghana cedis and then win amazing prizes. The Belgian ladies are not happy at all. And their men are no different. They cannot believe their eyes.
But then this thing, it's crazy. Imagine, you are there to enjoy yourself, but because your team is down, there is no happiness within you. But me, I will jam my head and enjoy the team.
That's from your perspective. Yeah, it's not easy. The price of the tickets and all that.
And that is Omar Mamouche against Ingo. Can the Egyptians? Omar Mamouche! It took a deflection. Thibaut Courtois was already beaten by the deflection. Mo Salah was the one who put Mamouche through, and he knew he was going to cut it. It took a deflection, but nearly ended at the back of the net.
I think they are trying so well. They wouldn't want to get into the box before they try to shoot, and I think that is what led to the first goal. So if they find or they are able to shoot at the back of the net, or even just right after the 18, a deflection or a touch from any player will just find the ball at the back of the net. Well, I think that's the Egyptians, with the tactics they are playing, is going to really, really help them. Let's see what Tielemans can do on the attack now.
The Egyptians, since on the onset, they've shown that they didn't come here to play. They didn't come here just to partake, and they didn't pack the bus. They've been very brave going forward, and when it comes to the defending too, they've done it brilliantly well. Most teams, like, after taking the lead, would have settled back and then tried to play on the counter, but they've not done that. They've actually taken the game to the Belgians and are creating the chances so far, but it's still 1-0, and the more it stays at 1-0, the more Belgium will think they have a chance. So they need to get the second goal to calm their nerves. Other than that, they might have a heartbreak by the end of the game.
Now it is Belgium. They open up Lukaku, and Romelu Lukaku gets the equalizer for Belgium.
First touch.
Romelu Lukaku, Belgium, Belgium's all-time top scorer, and Belgium's all-time top scorer at the FIFA World Cup. Romelu Lukaku announces himself to the American crowd. Romelu Lukaku, we were talking about him some few minutes ago, and Lukaku gets the equalizer for Belgium. Game on, Belgium 1, Egypt 1.
Yes, they needed this opportunity. They needed the man who will be the standpoint between the defenders and the Belgian national team. They needed somebody that would man them, wouldn't allow the Egyptians to come at the Belgians. And Lukaku possesses that characteristics. He has that ambition. So I think that his presence...
That's an own goal, I think.
Yes, but he takes the credit. His first introduction into the game, then he's able to make that incursion. So they need somebody that will stand in between the defenders, not being able to come at the Belgians. And I think that Lukaku, now being introduced, is going to do that for the Belgium national team. He's going to make the De Bruyne and the Trossard and other things now try to find spaces, and Doku able to hold on to the ball for some few minutes before he's able to do one or two introductions and one or two passes in there.
Another hydration break back to Lukaku. Restores parity for the Red Devils.
Yes, we earlier talked about his experience when it comes to, striking, and then in big games when you need him, he's able to deliver. Just that in recent times, he hasn't had consistent performance. He hasn't been performing consistently at the highest level. But then that's experience at its peak. Look at two defenders all grappling for the ball. He's able to find his way in between them, push, and his aggression, or the aggressiveness of the movements that he made there was very good too. That always helped him to find his way into in between the defenders and then get a touch on the ball to get them the equalizer. And so yes, the game is 1-1 now, and now this is where it tests you, the real potential. The games we are about to watch the second aspect of the game as to who wins it. And I think that as the Egyptians are playing, they should keep up the same momentum and then form that they are using. Because if they decide to sit back or try to defend and then rely on counter attack, that is not going to augur well for them. And so yes, they shouldn't be jittery or have any sort of fear in them. This is just the Romelu Lukaku. It's just unfortunate that he's gotten the equalizer, but I think this is the right time for them to put themselves together and then go all out again. This is they are not an invincible side. They are not at all, and so I expect them to go all out, maintain the same strategy that they are currently using, and then they will be able to get something out of it. On the part of Belgium, I think it really boosts their morale that since Lukaku came on, he's able just across and is able to convert it. Then it means that if they are able to send in more crosses, it's likely that they will be able to get the second goal. And I think Rudy Garcia's decision to allow Doku to play that free role is really helping the team, because from the wings he seems to have been clipped, and so when that happens, you need to move the player to other positions, and that has helped the attack to explore and then get in the necessary goals they need.
Now, hydration break over. 22 minutes more. Egypt are preparing a change to deal with Romelu Lukaku. They are bringing their own giant to deal with Lukaku. And that is an experience. Ima Ashwa, Rami Rabia. And so they've introduced their own giant to deal with the threats.
I don't know why he was introduced, but yes, the coach might have his decision on why he brought the player on, because looking at the introduction of Lukaku with the bitterness and the angerness in his eagerness to get the equalizer, I don't see how the player is going to be able to stand the pressure Lukaku is going to bring, because for all you know, the little the player might do will just to foul Lukaku and just create an opportunity for the Belgium national team to get the needed second goal. So I just hope and pray the player is able to calm his nerves and just flow with the game, because if he tries to just manhandle Lukaku, then it will just mean that he's just going to punish his own team.
Egypt now with a long one. Castagna sent it back to the Egyptian area. Rambi and Castagna again to Jeremy Doku down the left hand side. Jeremy Doku takes it back to the central defenders. Now the game is square. Tielemans to Thomas Meunier. Meunier to Trossard. Trossard whip it in, but he's being challenged by Mohamed Hani. Back to Tielemans. Tielemans to Thomas Meunier. And then Meunier is in the 18-yard box. Thomas Meunier. And goalkeeper gets a cool hand on this one. And that was some good 1-2 from Tielemans, Thomas Meunier, and Leandro Trossard.
Yes, he should have just looked at Kelvin De Bruyne, just find a player, just give him the pass, then just square the ball once they are in a good position to do that.
Now, the momentum has shifted since getting the equalizer. The Red Devils are now going at the Pharaohs with everything that they got.
Now that's where the real test begins, because now do they sit back and soak the pressure, or do they try to play like they've been playing since the start of the game? Because if they try to open that much, they might concede again, and if they also try to defend, they will concede. So now I'm looking at how the coach would let them approach the remaining, about 17 minutes of the game.
Now Belgium, good one. Lukaku couldn't hold up, but then the Egyptians are awarded a foul by the referee. Referee Abati from Brazil. 73 minutes. Zizou is getting ready to be introduced. Another attacking threat for the Pharaohs. Another one is Mohammed Salah chasing. But then, who do you think that Zizou replaces?
I don't see Mamouche or Salah being taken out of this game. I just hope and pray. I'm sure he's coming to tighten his midfield. And this is a bookable offense. This is a needless one for that matter. I don't know, but the Belgians are trying to do something that they will not, I don't know, for want of a better words, punish themselves in the game, because you had the ball, look for a player, just give the player the pass. You went on to hold on to the ball, now you foul a player and just get a booking in the game. And where you are positioned to, it's a key area. Once you foul another player again, then you end up being sent off, then you give a short hand to your national team. So I think that the Belgians should really take their chances as and when it comes. They should just locate Lukaku. They should locate Lukaku so well that he is able to do much in the game. With 2 or 3 touches in the game, I'm sure Lukaku is going to come to the party.
That's some brief call there.
Today is Mo Salah's birthday, and he's done for the day. Abdul Karim has replaced Mo Salah. Zizou has replaced Zico. Mustafa Zico. And Zizou is also on Abdul Karim. So Mo Salah and Zico are out. Zizou and Abdul Karim. Hamza are in. Now 14 minutes plus additional time to go. Can they get it, or is going to end in another 1-1 draw? Belgium. Now it is Kevin De Bruyne with a chase. But Hani will go back to his goalkeeper. The goalkeeper decided not to go for a long one. Now there's much at stake for Egypt, controlling the game beautifully down the left-hand side. They come again on the left-hand side. There is Fatou. Fatou looking for Omar Mamouche, and this one is too long for Mamouche to handle.
Yes, it was, an opportunity where he could have done something, but unfortunately, how long the ball was, he wasn't able to. It's like both sides are being cautious. We are gradually heading into the dying embers of the game. So both sides, be very, very careful, because if you concede, then it becomes very difficult to, come back well into the game. But yes, the Belgians seem to have the elegance of play at the moment. And then let's see if they will be able to, get the winner in the game.
Let's see. And there, Kevin De Bruyne with the pass. Romelu Lukaku, and good block by the defender. This is what you don't want Kevin De Bruyne to do. His ability to pick the passes is exceptional.
That was one amazing pass. Split the defense apart, and they were found wanting. But once again, credit to the defenders, throwing himself on the ground to stop the play. And it's still been Belgium attacking, and Egypt should be careful that they don't concede the second.
Egypt should be careful they don't concede a second goal. Egypt should be careful. And that is the president of the Confederation of African Football, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, who deal with him after the World Cup, waiting for Senegal's appeal. Now Egypt is going. What is he waiting for? Now it is Zizou. Zizou looking for the shot. It has been blocked, and Egypt, they end up winning a corner or throwing rather.
Yes, I think with the absence or with the exit of Mo Salah, Belgium would want to take the advantage of capitalizing on the Egyptians' exit of Mo Salah. So I think I foresee they pounding more pressure in the next 10 minutes. It's up to how the Egyptians are able to hold onto the game for the next 10 minutes. And I don't want to see the Egyptians sitting back and allowing the Belgians to really come at them. And I think that with the introduction of Lukaku, it's really going to mount some pressure on the Egyptian national team. How they're able to hold on to him, how they're able to dispossess him off the ball, and how they're able to tackle him in terms of critical situations is also really going to have an impact with the Egyptian national team and how they're able to surge forward with the absence of Mo Salah.
In the final 10 minutes of the game, Rush Energy Drink, Bigo Cola, Ulas Enterprise, DSTV, Melcom, Just Chinese, and Very Natural Mineral Water, making sure that this broadcast is a possibility now. The Pharaohs, good passing sequence. Can they get it? They've been impressive so far in this game. It is Abdul Karim whipping the ball, Thibaut Courtois will handle this one with cheeky ease. And there is Kelvin De Bruyne driving the ball forward. Finds Jeremy Doku, 1v1. This is where he thrives. And straight yellow card for Mohamed Hani. Jeremy Doku lost to get 1v1 with enough space in front of him. Jeremy Doku, another free kick in a good position for Belgium.
Very good one. This time I don't know whether De Bruyne will decide to cross it. I think it's in a very good position. And so, yeah, the Belgians are hoping and praying for the winner as to whether they get it. I think with Lukaku's presence in the box, I think crossing it will be a very good option, or an ideal option, where his area prowess, how he's able to, head the ball into the net. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. Belgium. It is Romelu Lukaku in the box, giving a signal. They open about Kevin De Bruyne, and the goalkeeper punch it out. Belgium will send it back in again, and it is Castano. Brilliant save from the Egyptian goalkeeper. Brilliant save. Can Egypt turn the screws around? Ngo is there to save the Red Devils. Now they come again. Doku gives the ball away. Save from the goalkeeper Sober. Now Egypt have the chance to also attack.
And this is just like boxing, pound to pound. Both teams are attacking themselves. We've seen multiple attacks after attacks, and this is what makes the game interesting. They've not sat back. They are not okay with sharing the points, and all the teams, they want to get the much needed 3 points so that their journey into the knockout stages will be that easy.
Let's see what the Pharaohs will do. And Thibaut Courtois,
senior man.
I think underestimated this ball.
Yeah.
Father Christmas.
Oh, I think his height.
Yes,
Yeah, his height.
Thibaut Courtois really,
That's the
really.
chance. I think there was no much of pressure in the header.
I think he could have even squared it for Lukaku, who was in a very better position to see it. But that was also a nice save from the
That was a
goalkeeper.
brilliant
Yeah,
save from
yeah.
the goalkeeper. And the fact that he didn't push it to Lukaku's direction. Zizou whipping the ball to the far end. And oh, they get a connection. And can they get a rebound? Oh, there are too many bodies. Any poor Egypt so looking for another one. The Belgian Stilimas clear his slice back to Egyptian hands. 84 minutes of action. Omar Mamouche with the good control goes to the far end. There is Zizou. Zizou and Mohamed Hani. You know, he couldn't take a perfect pass into the 16-yard box.
Yes, Doku was caught ball watching. He was his marker, but he allowed him to bypass him. De Bruyne is furious as to why he allowed him to go. He should have followed onto the ball and see if at least you could have gotten something out of the ball. So I think now where the match has gotten to, it's supposed to be all hands on deck. So you should attack and all defend as well.
Romelu Lukaku has been stopped from attempting any counter-attack. Final two changes from Belgium. It is over for Kevin De Bruyne, Matthias Fernandez Pardo, and also Hans Van Aken comes in for Kevin De Bruyne and Jeremy Doku.
And another bold move from Raul Garcia, because these players that came off can change the game within a second, a split second. You talk of Doku and then De Bruyne, but he knows what this, those coming in will bring, and I hope the changes pay off for him.
Miscommunication between Abdul Karim and Omar Mamouche entering into the final zone. Entering into the final zone. And it is Belgium in possession. Belgium now, and Romelu Lukaku, that should have been better.
Of course, he didn't go with the forehead. He didn't really get the ball so well. So I think that's just like you said, he could have done better with the ball when he really got. If he really gets the header well, we could have done better with the ball. He was really looking at the ball rather than focusing on how to get his head onto the ball and bury it into the net. So I think that yes, with crosses like this coming in, the Egyptians wouldn't allow such crosses to be coming into the game with just about 3 minutes to end proceedings in the 90 minutes. So they should really hold on to the 1-1 draw. And I don't know whether in the tournament or this year's World Cup, almost all the African countries, I don't know whether they are coming in with one mentality, with the exception of South Africa. They are also holding on to. Yes, they are trying to hold on to the warriors that we are all aware of. So it's really something that is really happening, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing seeing how our boys are matching the warriors, for that matter, the big guys at the world stage. It really tells us that yes, at least we are also doing something good at home.
But then it's also not been a very good tournament for the European teams. There was Spain, Turkey, and now Belgium finding it hard to connect the dots. But let's see if they can get something better when the tournament progresses. But so far, it's not been an excellent tournament for the big guns so far.
As me, I thought the Spanish national team, yes, probably maybe they underrated the Cape Verde national team. But when the going got tough, then they tried to come to the party, and it was late. It was late. So I think that yes, they should really do so much in the game if they really want to progress in the game. I think it should have been a foul just on the edge of the box because there was a heckle between the player trying to get into the 18 box. So it should have been a foul for the Egyptian national team.
Amdi Fati is out. Ahmed Fatou is out. Karim Hafiz and Ibrahim Adel has been introduced. They've been introduced in this game. And can Egypt get a final one? And it is Omar Mamouche. Oh, Egyptians coming again, waiting for the additional minutes because the 90 minutes is almost up. And good one, Omar Mamouche making things difficult. Now it is Hani Fati. Oh, what was he doing? Trying to score himself. And oh, good one from Leandro Trossard to keep that ball in play. Now it is Belgium's time to attack. Good hold-up play from Romelu Lukaku. Now the Belgians are going. Good one. Can Lukaku get it? He doesn't have the legs. And oh, the giant the Egyptians brought, I think that he's dealt with Lukaku a bit better. 5 minutes of additional time as expected. Now we start the count again. I know this is a clear foul for Egypt.
There have been some infringements that have been overlooked, but let's give the referee the benefit of the doubt. But I don't think it's fair. There are clear fouls that if they had been given, it would have given them an advantage to probably get the winner. It's 5 minutes, almost 1 minute gone, 4 minutes more, and it looks like Egypt are in control and they could get the winner. But as to whether they will be able to penetrate the defense and get that done, it remains to be seen.
It remains to be seen. The Pharaohs are still chasing their first victory in the World Cup. And this was and then this was a foul. He stopped him from going.
Exactly.
He stretched his arm. It was not like they clashed. And Hussein is furious. Hussein Hassan is being dragged away by Mo Salah.
And the VAR could have also looked at it and then drawn
it's not a penalty.
It's not a penalty, so you cannot, or a dangerous tackle or a second yellow card, so you cannot. The VAR cannot intervene.
You're not supposed to intervene in normal outside of the box fouls and stuff.
Now it is Belgium. Trossard, Belgium in the 18-yard box, and Romelu Lukaku gets it. Who is there? Castagna. Back to Tillemans. And the legs are getting tired. Are we seeing any goal in the final 2 minutes?
No, I think at this moment Egypt will be okay with taking a point, so they won't want to concede at this very moment. But Belgium are also proving that they have what it takes to get the match, and the most important thing, the second goal. But let's hope that for Africa's sake, Egypt are able to keep them at bay.
But the Pharaohs get the advantage, but the referee has whistled for an infringement in favor of Lissandro Trossard. He is taking some weak ass foul against.
That was a foul. That was a foul that should have been given. It's unfortunate.
Red Devils against Pharaohs.
You shouldn't throw this away. You shouldn't, because they've been very good since the start of the game, and they've allowed Belgium to also go into the game. But with few seconds left, a minute left on the clock, they should do whatever it takes to at least get this point that they have.
Yuri Tillemans, captain behind his ball. Tillemans whipped the ball into the near post, and oh my goodness, Belgium nearly got to the second goal, and that, in my opinion, would have sealed this victory in favor of the Red Devils. Now, Egypt will have the chance to attack one last time. Egypt are no longer throwing bodies forward, and Rudy Garcia is not happy. Rudy Garcia is not a happy man. And now the Pharaohs are going there whipping the ball. Who is there? And now Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim. Last chance. The referee blows his whistle to end the game after 90 minutes. It is all done and dusted. The points have been shared. Egypt 1, Belgium 1. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. And also, the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Ghana has also announced what the government is doing in the attempt to make sure that Thomas Partey will be available for the game on Wednesday. We'll be back with more.
Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola, locate the QR code on the label, scan with your smartphone, watch the video and enter your details and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions. Below 18, pregnant women and lactating mothers. This advert.
Every game starts with pressure. The pressure to move faster, push harder, go further. On the pitch, every second matters, every sprint, every tackle, every chance. The world watches, but pressure doesn't stop me. It drives me. Because energy changes everything. The energy to keep moving, the energy to keep fighting, the energy to rise when the moment gets bigger. From the training ground to the world stage, I bring everything I've got. I don't wait for the moment. I create it with the energy that keeps me rising. Rush Energy Drink. Be bold.
From that break, you're still watching GhanaWeb TV. We just ended the game between the Pharaohs of Egypt and then the Red Devils of Belgium. Yes, that is at the end of 90 minutes. They shared a point 1-1. And personally, I think that it was an impressive performance from Egypt. Better than their previous World Cup campaign in Russia. Ben, let me start with you. 1-1.
Yes, I predicted 1-1. Looking at the squad and then the potential of both teams, I could clearly tell that the game could have ended in a stalemate. But yes, kudos to Egypt. The approach from the blowing of the whistle to the end of the game, they really proved that yes, they are the giants of Africa. And this time around, instead of sitting back and then also allowing the opponents to soak the pressure on them, they were able to open up and then play with that. I think the goalkeeper hasn't been mentioned enough. I think he made some decent saves, and then I mean his movements and then the saves and everything. I think it's also helped them keep the scoreline at 1-1, which also deserves commendation. In terms of the attack, I think Salah, after the first half performance that he gave us in the second half, we didn't see much from him, and I like the fact that Hussein Hassan had the courage to take him off when it's needed. During the AFCON there are games there you can see that Salah is off, but he will still be playing, and then it affects the team. But yes, the changes that he made also had positive impact on the game. I believe that foul, it's really, really unfortunate, but that was an obvious foul that they deserved, and that could have probably given them the lead. For Belgium, Lukaku, from what he's done, I was skeptical about his abilities and potential at this stage, but then he's come to prove that yes, experience is indeed on his side, and with that he can make a difference at any moment in time. So I think the subsequent games probably the coach will have faith in him to also be playing regularly. De Bruyne, the De Bruyne that we know, Manchester City, the peak De Bruyne is not the same. I think he had a decent performance so far, and then other key players, Courtois, didn't have the masterclass that he provides. I didn't see that, but I think it was fairly okay. So yes, both teams have 1-1. Good news for them is that the opponents are fairly manageable ones. I think both teams, with the kind of football that they've displayed today, if they are able to maintain the same focus, the same strategy, and the same momentum in their subsequent games, and they are on course to secure qualification from the group stage.
All right, let me come to you, Andrew. All right, so the game ended 1-1. Yes, I think it was unexpected 1-1 after both teams, or after Egypt drawing the first blood in the first half. So it was good. It was good. Belgium managed the game so well. They were able to come back in the second half through an own goal with the pressure from Lukaku that warranted the own goal from the Egyptian player. So I think that it's really something that to the Egyptians they'll be very, very happy, but to the Belgians they'll be very, very I'm not sure happy will be a word they would want to use for themselves, but they really needed these 3 points to be on top of the group. But for the Egyptians, I think they see a chance, or they see a light at the end of the tunnel, and in this group where they find themselves with Iran and New Zealand. So I think that it's a good chance for the Egyptians national team, and it's also a plus for the Africans. And with the play from Morocco down to Ivory Coast and Cape Verde, you are seeing how the boys are able to match the big guys on the world stage. So it really tells us that yes, indeed, we also have something good at home. I think that this year the Africans really are up to the task. If they really take their chances so well, they will definitely make a mark on the world stage. That will inform many decisions going forward in our football, in our decisions up and coming. So I think that it's time the boys also make that mark for themselves.
All right, let me end with you, Frank. I enjoy the game, an entertaining game, and it's just two teams having a go at each other. Two teams not leaving anything to bet. Two teams willing to, attack. But I think 1-1 is a fair result because both teams did what they needed to do. But unfortunately for Egypt, they couldn't break the chains of not winning at the World Cup, and hopefully in the next game they can pick up the much needed win and then try to get to the round of 32. And for Belgium, they were almost undone by some of the brilliance of the Egyptian side. And I like the fact that the two coaches decided that they have the attacking option, so they would want their teams to attack. You don't normally get it from some I wouldn't say average team, because once a big team faces one of the like an average side, they tend to sit back, try to play on the counter. But these are two coaches who were very okay with allowing the talent that they have, the talent they have in their teams, to explore and then create the chance, and they did it perfectly, very well. But it's unfortunate that none of them could gather all the maximum point. But if you look at their group, there is New Zealand, there is Iran. If these teams are able to churn out such performances in the next couple of games, then they'll probably get to the round of 32, and in the knockout stages they can do something better. So kudos to the team. Salah did his bit, Mahmoud did his bit, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. But they would be happy that they've actually not lost the game, and they've also picked up a very important point.
All right, very important point. Now that's how we draw the curtains here. Thank you very much, Frank, Andrew, and then Benjamin. To the production is Augustine, Kelvin, Richard, Kwame, Alex, and then Portia. Thank you very much for making this a success. But before I go, let me talk to you about my sponsors. It is Ulas Enterprise. Yes, Ulas Enterprise, from generator to water pump to drilling machine to compactors. That is Ulas Enterprise. Yes, the only place you can go, and then they will take really good care of you. Yes, that is Ulas Enterprise. There is also DSTV, official broadcaster for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Just 58 Ghana cedis, and then you are good to go. Star 759 hash and follow the prompt. DSTV. That it is also. It is Verna Natural Mineral Water, nature's finest. Yes, Verna Natural Mineral Water, nature's finest. Rush Energy Drink. Rush Energy Drink. Malcolm, where Ghana shall spend 800 Ghana cedis and more and stand a chance of winning amazing prizes. This promotion is from now till the 19th of July, where we will host the grand finale of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. You can win cars, TVs, mobile phones, and a host of others. Bigo Cola. Bigo Cola. Enjoy yourself. Yes, Bigo Cola. Enjoy yourself for every occasion, for every event. And Just Chinese. Yes, if you have a date, just contact Just Chinese at Airport Residential. I just told that young lady that I'm taking you to a date at Airport Residential. We also have a branch at East Legon and also in Osu. We have variety for you with cool price. Just go and then enjoy yourself. My name is Joel Eshen, and before I leave, let me leave you with this video. Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa has reviewed the plan of the John Dramani Mahama government to push Canada to re-examine Thomas Partey's visa denial to ensure that he will be available when Ghana take on Panama at 11 p.m. Ghanaian time on Wednesday, June 17. Let's watch the video and enjoy the rest of our evening. We out.
We acknowledge that our efforts are without prejudice to that fundamental fact. Nobody can dictate to Ghana who we grant visa to or who we admit into our country. But considering the fact that Thomas Partey was not entering Canada on a frolic of his own, as deputy captain of our national team, he adorns our national colors, he wears Ghana's jersey, and he was going to carry out an assignment on our behalf, on behalf of the government and people of Ghana. We believe that the government of Ghana must take interest in this matter, and that is why we are intervening. So we are utilizing the diplomatic path, engaging actively behind closed doors, and we also are adopting other pathways, which at this point I do not want to divulge. So what I can say is that all strategies are being explored and pursued very actively. In particular, we are leveraging our very cordial diplomatic ties with Canada, and we believe that the ongoing negotiations should produce positive outcomes. We know that we are racing against time. It's just about 48 hours to go before the match, and we believe that looking at the nature of the engagements, the frequency, the high level engagements that are going on, we hopefully should have a positive outcome. So I can assure the people of Ghana that the Foreign Ministry has not taken this matter lightly. The government of Ghana is not taking this matter lightly, and that on the President's instruction, we have been working assiduously to ensure that an amicable resolution is reached, particularly